Gallipoli officials are expecting record attendance numbers at this year's dawn service after COVID hampered the last few commemorations.
But arriving early at Anzac Cove today for a ceremony at the pa site of the Māori contingent was a special group of New Zealanders. Europe correspondent Lisette Raymer was there.
Hand in hand with the New Zealand Defence Force, 26 descendants of our Māori warriors were spurred up the steep hillside of Gallipoli by the spirit of the Anzacs.
But I'm going to get there. I need to get there.
It was worth every step. Arriving at the Māori pa where their ancestors readied for battle in 1915, this was a moment most here have waited a lifetime for.
The moment here is just surreal. It's hard to explain what it is in words, but I feel it.
Everyone felt it. 477 men arrived at Gallipoli as part of the contingent, and by the time of the evacuation, only 60 remained. Some had been killed, others were in hospital, writing the story their whānau would tell more than 100 years on.
He got wounded here, told the nurse that he was a Māori prince from Rotorua, had a castle, and took her home as a war bride, his nurse.
The painful stories, though, were all too often lost in the trauma of war.
We never heard stories about what happened. Never, but he always went to Anzac and we all trudged along as children.
So this year, Yvonne Edwards trudged the ultimate tribute to her koro, from Rotorua to Gallipoli, with her comrades.
We've come a long way for this, so it's beautiful.
Last Anzac Day, the Minister for Veterans, Mika Whaitiri, asked for an information panel to be installed here at the site, as well as for the access to it to be improved with signs to point the way.
Turkey agreed, honouring the campsite of their once enemies in an extraordinary gesture of friendship.
In spite of everything, the links that were forged at that time have endured, and the relationship between New Zealand and Turkey has only ever got stronger.
It's a relationship treasured beyond the dawn of just one day, as is the memory of our soldiers. But as Anzac Day approaches, poppies fill the fields again. On heads and on hearts, the sacrifice of our men will be felt there forever.
Well, Lisette joins us now. Kia ora, Lisette. A big crowd expected there for this year's dawn service.
That's right. The last few years have been severely impacted by COVID, as you might imagine. Only 500 people were in attendance at the dawn service last year. But as you say, this year they are expecting near record numbers, the biggest crowd they've had since the centenary in 2015. They're expecting around 2,000 Australians and New Zealanders to head here to the Anzac Peninsula. They're expected to arrive in numbers at around 10:30 this evening. They'll take their sleeping bags, find a spot on the grass behind me and stick it out until that dawn service. But already around town it is feeling a lot busier than it was last year. Yesterday the tours of the battle sites were very busy, large groups taking part in those, including our Defence Minister Andrew Little. So everyone very much looking forward to full force commemorations here at Anzac Cove this year.
Lisette Raymer live from Gallipoli. Tēnā koe.